SOC role in blue team. Discover security roles and learn how to advance your SOC career starting from the L1 analyst. Task number 1, introduction. In introduction, you'll learn about the SOC 1 analyst role in the junior. Yeah, so basically we learn a bit in the previous room. But where it is placed in a company structure, who is overseeing your role, what other security departments exist, which skill do you need to advance through your career ladder? Let's find out. Learning objectives, understand the concept and purpose of the blue team, explore a place of the SOC within the company structure, find out about your career path as a SOC 1 analyst. Prerequisites, complete the previous room that we just completed and then remind yourself of SOC roles and processes. Answer the questions below. Let's find out. Security, task number 2, security hierarchy. Security hierarchy is cybersecurity priorities are different from every company. For law firms, the goal is the privacy of the legal documents. For factories, the availability of production lines. For hospitals, patient safety. That's why every company has a unique security approach and security team structure. Let's take a look at the high-level example of it. Here we have the structure. CEO is position 1, CISO position 2, and then after that is the SOC manager with the red team lead, and after that is the SOC analyst, SOC engineer, GRC specialist, and then penetration tester. Executives, CEO, CFO, company owners focuses on global business objectives. CTO, CIO, CISOs, if exist, is the security leadership, lead company-wide IT or security program. After that are the managers, team lead, and then SOC managers manage a single team or department like SOC. And then the technical analysts, engineers, and red teamers perform technical tasks like log analysis. Looking at the diagram above, top executives like the CEO usually focus on global business objectives and don't manage technical aspects. That's why they hire a chief information security officer or a similar role who knows the business needs and can create the most suitable security departments. In tiny companies, the IT department takes the role of security company. Small to medium-sized companies may have a generic information security team that does all sorts of tasks. For this room, we'll focus on bigger companies with a CISO overseeing multiple security teams, each handling a specific task. For example, red team, offensive security experts, pen testers, or ethical hackers who look for security issues. GRC team, specialists managing policies and ensuring compliance with regulations like PCI DSS, compliance for cards, for payments, basically worldwide. Blue team, defensive security experts like SOC analysts, engineers, or incident responders. Answer the questions below. Which senior role technically makes key cybersecurity decisions? CISO. What is the common name for roles like SOC analysts and engineers? Blue team. Task number 3, meet the blue team. Blue team is about the defensive security, meaning it constantly monitors for attacks and tries to respond to them quickly, depending on the company size and sector. Blue team can include a lot of different roles and sub-departments, usually counting 3 to 50 members total. Now let's explore the most common blue team departments. Security operations centers. We have the level 1 analyst, level 2 analyst, level 1. Oh, okay. So it's not. This is is a random placement of roles. SOC engineer, SOC L1 analyst, SOC L2 analyst, and then the SOC manager. Here are what they usually do. Basically operate 24/7. They collect and monitor logs, create detection rules, cooperate with the IT team, investigate security alerts, and then write summary reports. That's where you are most likely to start your career security journey. SOC is the central hub for organization security. Cybersecurity. They are the first line of defense, work with various alerts, and handle most attacks. You can read more about SOC structure in this room. Basically, we will do that room. But an efficient SOC is usually composed of the following roles: L1 analyst, L2 analyst, engineer, and manager, what we saw in the diagram above. The junior member who triage alerts and pass complex cases to L2. Experienced members who investigate more advanced attacks. Experts in configuring security tools like EDR or SIEM. SIEM, basically we talked about Splunk. In this room, the SOC fundamentals, we will do that. And then the managers a person who manages the whole SOC team. We have the cyber incident response team. Here we have threat intel experts, threat hunting experts, malware analysts, forensics leads, and CSIRT manager. Unusually call on demand. They usually are called on demand, so when they are needed. Identifies hidden threats, supports SOC with analysis, performs deep forensics, handle critical incident, and then recovers breached systems. If SOC expertise is not enough or the incident goes out of control, you urgently call the firefighter, CIRT, also called CSIRT or CERT. The members should have a broad knowledge of cyber threats and handle breaches without depending on tools like EDR or SIEM. CRT job is stressful and responsible, but also rewarding. Here are a few CRT examples. GP CERT, Japan CERT, handling nationwide breaches. Mandiant, a private team responding to global cyber incidents. AWS CERT, investigates security incidents of AWS customers. Specialized defensive roles we have over here for supporting blue team: DevSecOps, pen testers, GRC auditors, AppSec engineers, threat analysts, and AI researchers. Large companies, technology-focused startups, and government agencies often require narrow and specialized blue team roles, exciting and highly valuable, but requiring deep topic knowledge and broad experience in broader fields like SOC or IT. These narrow roles can include digital forensics analysts, uncover hidden threats in disk and memory, threat intelligence analysts, gather data about emerging threat groups, AppSec engineers, maintain and secure software development life cycles, AI researchers study AI threats and how to defend against them. Answer the questions below. Does blue team focuses on defensive or offensive security? Defensive. Which department handles active or urgent cyber incidents? The firefighters. CIRT. Task number 4, advancing SOC career. The SOC path. Starting at a SOC Level 1 analyst may be a great option to broaden your cyber world awareness and better understand the more specialized roles. Moreover, even the entry-level SOC Level 1 role can be fun and engaging. You will deal with real attacks, protect the company from advanced threat groups, and learn a lot during the process. Let's see how you can start. Gain core SOC skills and practice them. Related skills like red teaming or gaming or general IT would help too. Yes, obviously. So skills in red team or general IT skills obviously will help in any kind of IT role, not only in the blue team. Be proactive, try yourself in CTF, stay in the loop in cyber news, and consider the SOL 1 certification. Prepare for an interview, learn the differences between an internal SOC and MSSP, and apply for a job. After working for some time in a junior position, consider preparing and advancing the more senior roles. Internal SOC versus MSSP. Not every company has the expertise to operate a SOC on its own and relies on a managed security services provider, MSSP. A company that delivers outsourced security services, most commonly SOC, to its clients. Yeah, so basically SOC, security operations centers, are basically the companies that deliver outsourced services, security services to companies. Working at MSSP is typically high pressure, but is also a good option to quick start your career. While we recommend applying for any open SOC position as your first job, it's also important to understand the difference. Here we can see what are the differences between a SOC and MSSP. We have an example. You work in a SOC team of the bank and protect the bank system. And for MSSP, you work for a global MSSP protecting its 60 customers in Europe. The working pace for a SOC usually have calm shifts without too much time pressure. But for MSSP, your shifts usually start from a queue of urgent alerts to analyze. Security tools used in a SOC, you work with just a few tools, but need to know them very well. MSSPs, you have to work with 60 different security tools and platforms. Incident practices, you saw and learned from just 2 major cyber attacks last year. Every week in an MSSP role, you deal with attacks and breaches and can learn from it. They have both some advantages and disadvantages, like in any role. Next steps. Your most natural next step after L1 is to become an L2 SOC analyst, but you are free to choose another path. While handling a SIEM alert, you might notice that engineering work appeals to you more. During a cyber attack, you may be fascinated by CIRT actions. You may also find yourself well suited as a manager and build your path to a CISO role. No matter what, your first year or 2 is to get real work experience. And to spend this time effectively, follow the steps. Learn from every alert. Understand why a rule triggered and use to it sharpen your detection skills. So understand why a rule was triggered and then use that to sharpen your detection skills. Think like an attacker. Ask why would the attacker do it before triaging how did they do it. Mitre attack. Here you can read this framework, global accessible knowledge base of adversary tactics and techniques based on real world observations. So you can learn this. You can read and educate yourself about attacks. Mitra is a very, very known attack framework. Verify everything. Never assume. Always validate alerts and suspicious behaviors in logs. Get involved in incidents. Real attack teaches lessons no lab can. They are worth a sleepless night. Answer the questions below. How would you call a cybersecurity company providing SOC services? MSSP. Which role naturally continues your SOC L1 analysis? SOC L2 analyst. We have the final challenge. Task number 5. For this task, imagine yourself as a CISO of TryHackMe, a big multinational company. You oversee multiple departments and deal with incidents every month. This time, as many as 7 incidents are happening at the same time. And you have to choose the right people to deal with every one of them. Do you know security roles well enough to complete this challenge? Open the attack webs. Okay. Then drag and drop roles. Okay. Answer the question. What is the flag after that? All right, let's see. Who can check the new TryHackMe for vulnerabilities? The SIEM is unavailable due to storage limit. Who can investigate the issue? So here investigation, here is discovery. Threat group actively targets our company. Who can analyze their attack? Here is analysis. Our server storing the credit cards require PCI DSS audit. We're auditor. The office in France, Hanso, what hit with ransomware, immediate response. Okay, urgency. The HR team launched a phishing malware who should a deep analysis of the fish, and then SIM created an alert about the firewall brute force. Who should triage the alert? GRC auditor, threat researcher, SOC L2 analyst, CERT lead, SOC L1 analyst, SOC engineer, pen tester. Okay. So who can check the new version of TryHackMe for vulnerabilities? Well, that is a pen tester, I would say. I would say a penetration tester will check for vulnerabilities. The SIM isn't available due to a storage limit. Who can investigate the issue? Is the SOC engineer, Ben, the pen tester, Eugene, the SOC engineer. Fin7 threat group actively targets our company. Who can analyze their tactics? Alice, threat researcher, I would say. The office in France was somehow hit with ransomware. Immediate response is required. Robert, the CERT lead. Our server storing the credit cards require PCI DSS audit. Who can help with this? The auditor, obviously. Nick. SIM created an alert about FW firewall brute force. Who should triage the alert? I mean Lucas, L1 analyst. And then the HR manager, Aina, launch a phishing malware. Who should make a deep analysis? Susan, L2 analyst. And here we have the flag. Task number 6, conclusion. Great job completing the challenge. Now you know how SOC teams work, where it is placed in the security structure, and what do you do to start your career journey. Now continue to the next room and learn what does SOC actually protects humans and systems. Next room in the path, humans as attack vectors and then systems as attack vectors. Answer the questions below, complete the room.